Hey folks, welcome to the last day of January, and yeah, I'm just trying to click stuff on here and get things set up and working. And I don't know, I'll have to do a recap of some sort after. I'm gonna keep making tracks. I'll keep doing streams as I can, but this daily daily stuff's been a little much. Anyway, any of you that have been hanging out, thank you for hanging out. And what the heck is my dog up to? Emmy. I don't know. She's just out wandering. Let's start up a new project. And try to go look for some samples again. On my SSD drive here. I want something just, I don't know. Let's see if we can get something that's kind of chilled out here. Feel like something that's slow. Keep it easy. Emmy, you want to come over? Come here. Oh, no. One second. Come here, Emmy. Come on. She's over here wandering around like a lost soul. Good girl. All right. Go hang out with your sister. All right. Back to... no. Actually, you know what? I'll play some of this stuff again. It was called the THA Loops, LOOPS. They'd reached out and were like, hey, you want to check out some of our stuff? So I'd gotten a bit. Let's go see what they've got. They got like all kinds of guitars, beats, and other stuff. Why are we getting no audio? That'd be because we're not plugged in. Must be from a video I was recording yesterday. There we go. Maybe we'll just load the whole thing, see if there's anything interesting to chop up there. We'll load this one up. That's their apparition beats. It's not very chill. I kind of dig it. My dog can't stay still. Kind of like that string. Sounds nice. Load up some drums. Fun panning. Let's go see what else we got in here. FNDTN loops. Nice 808. That's interesting. Kind of weird. weird. Panned so far right. I don't know how many of these we'll be using. We're just going shopping. It's kind of fun. That's fun. All right, we have plenty to go check out. So we have this as A minor. I could see using this as like something kind of chilled out. That's interesting. Let's go regions. Probably 64. Let's convert that one over for sure. Whoops. I do like this. I don't know about this bass. I thought I loaded more. Oh, here we go. Like, probably can do threshold. Or not. Alright, we'll have to edit this down. 0 snap. Close enough. Maybe we are going to end up in C minor here. Oops, didn't mean to throw a chop there, but... Emmy, what do you need? Come here. Come on. Can I get back up? Come on. Telling you, she doesn't know where she wants to be. You'll be good. I know there's not quite enough room to sit on my lap here. All right. I forget if I converted that. We're going to do it. The strings I dig. Let's try 32. Let's go for it. We'll see where we end up. All right. Apparently, we can get rid of the drums. Delete. have to do some work on those. Let's transpose that here, maybe. There's a little bit of popping. Let's try and fix it. It's gonna bother me if I don't. What do you want, Emmy? It's better, but still not perfect. Did I chop any other drums? There was another drum in there. Oh, sample edit. I don't know how I feel about this. Let's process it. No. Convert it. Did I get one more drum in here? There's that. This is probably going to be more what I'm looking for. Regions. All right, we'll convert this as well. A little early, maybe. Those are late. All right, gets us a little bit. This one's tough because they're all at different BPMs. I don't know if I want to use it. Let's just double. We'll see where we go. Yeah, not liking it. I was okay with the beginning. Let's see if we can. It might just because it's got that the envelope coming in. All right, I was off beat. Not good. try to do too much. Let's see. We can. This may not work. But if we go switch this to note on, we gotta do all of them. Edit all. Switch it to note on. Now it's gonna sound weird, because it's just gonna play for the tiny bit that we triggered it. We'll fix that in a second. We're gonna go samples. Go pad loop. We'll do like a ping pong. So it'll basically when it gets to the end, it will start playing again, but only when the note is on. So we have to go shift, select all, edit end. We have to do like a lot of these one at a time, I guess, because we want them to probably be the full length of the note, or oh, that one came. Looks like the other ones were on beat. Let's just fix it. All right. Oh, edit end. Just get it done. The reason why this isn't working quite right is some of these are they're overlapping each other, so I'm gonna fix that. Yeah, if you're listening, you can hear these two ping pong back, but do I still do crate digging? Not in the traditional sense of looking for vinyl, but I do. Like, I don't know, like I'll find internet repositories of stuff, and I don't know, like just like if you go to like the Internet Archive, there's just a wild array of samples to go grab, like under the, I think it's called Attention Walmart Choppers, maybe it's, but it's like somebody took and has digitized a lot of old Walmart tapes, so there's like all kinds of weird bumpers between songs. It varies from like popular stuff. I don't know about like old or rare. I mean, like there's like a lot of stuff that's just not used. There's like a server I was on. I mean, I'm still on it, but like years ago, somebody posted the mega archive that's like over. I want to say it's like around 100 gigabytes of MP3s. That is just all kinds of really weird vinyl that I do like to go through once in a while and just see what sounds good to grab and chop up. I've done a couple streams pulling some stuff from it. A lot of it's loaded on my phone, which is up above, so I need to get it on my iPad or something so I can start getting back to recording that. But given that this is the last January day, we'll, I don't know, I'm just trying to do something to close out the month, and from there, start figuring out what's going to go. Yeah, like, the thing is like as soon as somebody posts like on Reddit or whatever, like everybody just goes and checks it out. Now, it depends what you think is rare. Like, just because somebody downloaded, like me, downloads 100 gigs of stuff, there's no way I have enough time to go listen to all of it. So usually it's like you just go through, hit a couple albums, and you either like them or not, and then try and find what sounds good. But I don't know. Part of me thinks like it's just some of the stuff's just too accessible these days. So you have to actually be willing to kind of sit down and appreciate stuff and just kind of listen to the whole thing. When I was doing the STBB Forever beat battles, I mean, I'd try and go through, like, somebody would post up like something that's got like 6 tracks or whatever. I try and go through and like listen to the whole tracks to get like an appreciation for like or trying to go like figure out what I can grab out of those tracks. Because like it's easy to be like, oh, I can see visually that there's no drums there, so let me just skip to that part, or I think there's a breakdown here, so I can maybe get a break or whatever. But I don't know. It's hard to say. Given that, I don't know. I'm always trying to see what I could do differently to kind of grab stuff. I'm not like super in love with this right now, but well, I'd also say like what's rare for somebody that's like, actually maybe what's common for somebody like just traveling to another country or whatever, like just go grab like an AM FM radio and just tune in and just record some stuff off of it. Because I don't know, it's like there's stuff that's like it'll be uncommon if you bring it back home potentially, but yeah, I don't know, it's hard to say with the internet like what to say is rare, because I mean like everything just is around forever, sort of, for varying definitions of forever. But yeah, I don't know. But I do like going through like tracks and trying to figure out what I can pull out of it and do something with, for sure. I think this is too intense. If we're gonna go for laid back here, just delete it. I don't know, I think like that's getting lost in there. I don't know. Maybe it's not doing anything. You can hear like the one hit, but that's not doing much. Array, not 16 levels. Let's erase. Oh, it's kind of a fun sound. I don't know, I'm getting weird with this rhythm a little bit. Just trying to find stuff where I could kind of switch it up a little bit on this track. I don't know why. Just seems fun. I'm not sure I'm into this 808. It's kind of fun. It's fine, I guess. Alright, so this is like our C minor strings. Alright, we can start. Let's go. I don't know, do I go digging for more samples? Why not? I usually, lately on these videos, I haven't been doing that. I got some time. We'll leave the drums here. Drums. Let's go see what else we can find. See if there's more C minor stuff to go. No C minor here. Guitar loops. Any C minors? Nope. It's all G. It's all drums. Could be some cool drums in there, but I think that was the... Alright. That one's like a C minor 808. That's just another booming one. Kind of fun stuff, but... yeah, I don't know. I keep getting people asking me when I'm like, if I'm going to do more like sample packs or whatever. I'm like, I don't know. Like, everybody's doing tons of sample packs. I don't find it like super exciting to do some of that stuff, but I don't know, I get somebody that's been asking me to do a, I don't know, like kind of like a, take some of my tracks or something, put up some stems and let people try and flip it. So I'm trying to figure out what that might look like. We shall see, but if I get the time, I'll try and put together a video today to explain what the heck I think makes sense to do. Vintagey loops. Alright, we're gonna have to go someplace else, I guess, for samples. I'm not... either that or I'm just gonna start using some synths here. Well, that's a whole song. Dolphin. Okay, so we want to go check out Dolphin. Oh, okay. C minor. We got Dolphin. What else is in here? Sweem. Are they just full stems? Or can I just not hear it? It's not playing. There we go. I mean, that's pretty chill. Let's check that out. Oh, some kind of fun sounds maybe to mess around with there. So we're going to want to go to that. Let's go see about Dolphin. There we go. Maybe. I'm not promising it's going to work, but we'll give it a try. I was going to say, this does not sound like a ukulele, but it's got some fun effects on it. All right, let's just get out of here. We can be here all day. All right, we just got to go threshold chop on this, and Apparently crank up the threshold. Come on. Should not be this many chops in here. Now we have too high of a threshold. My day job is currently being a program manager of sorts. I used to manage the release engineering team at Red Hat. So every product that Red Hat released went through my team. Before that, I don't know, did QA test automation, wrote like frameworks and stuff. How about you? I am not in the music industry. I just make nerdy tutorial videos. All right, that should be good enough for working with that. Another threshold, but I need to get it like really low for this one. How about you? Do anything fun? Definitely need some more oomph here. Oh, that's cool. Might be somebody that I'm aware of, but I won't ask because I know sometimes folks are like, I don't want to get in trouble or whatever. I don't know, I think this is just like a... something like that. I guess we had it on time. Only one was off. Yeah, I need to start getting interns or something to help write some stuff that I'm looking for. I could write it myself, but I'm too lazy, or I just have too much stuff going on, depending on what perspective you'd like to take. First note does not belong there. Maybe we'll squeeze this in somewhere. Yeah, I used to work for anybody that happens to know what it is. I used to work at Digital Equipment Corporation, working on digital computer stuff. There was a guy that was there before me that they called the baby of the team, and then when I joined, he kept trying to convince everybody to call me the baby of the team, but it's his stuck and mine did not, so I get to think it was funny. But yeah, now probably on my last job working on new processor technology, so I don't think there's going to be another processor to work on. think we got almost enough here. Maybe it's worth getting like a plug-in or two. Let's try hype. Super cheesy. Want something like mellow here. Maybe. Probably too loud. Pull that down. Maybe pull this down a little bit. Switch to this. I used to be a huge Adobe fan. When they moved to the subscription though, I don't know. I'm just not a big subscription fan. I don't need everything in my life to be not owning things anymore and not being able to like you have to pay to use it. I don't know. Like it's turned me off to a number of software components that have just turned into services. I get why they're doing it, but I'm not like super into it. I don't know, what do we need to do here? I think some of the drums just need to be pulled back here. We got a lot. Pull everything down. Oh, I can fit everything. I even have track 4 that we're not doing anything with. I don't... Not quite perfectly good here. Let's knock that out. Let's copy that. Let's stop it for a second. let's wind here and nudge back. I think these need to be lower. Yeah, I've had a whole lot of people that I know that have just completely burnt out of tech. I'm not there yet, but I can totally get it. I'm kind of thinking if I want to try and get a job at a music company, but the places I've applied never get back to me, so I feel like I could do some fun stuff, but I think with anything else, it's sometimes not what you know, but who you know. These two are too, I think they're all kind of a little bit loud. Let's knock that down. Knock these down a bit. Take these down a tiny bit. That one a little bit more. So it ramps up a little bit in volume. Oh, this is probably just claps, I guess. Yeah, the problem with the subscriptions, it's always like, well, we're gonna do that. We'll get that for you later. So it can get really frustrating for sure. I don't know, should we slow this track down? How low can we go before this falls apart? Still seems fine. Dr. Dracula. So, I have found doing like a month of daily jams is an excellent way to, especially if you focus on one instrument or a workflow, a particularly good way at forcing yourself to learn something. I've been kind of avoiding some of the stuff in MPC firmware 3 and was like, you know what? I need to kind of force myself. Like I know firmware 2 quite well, but 3, there's just things I was like stubbing my toes on, and still things that I don't quite particularly like with firmware 3, but I've at least forced myself through like a lot of the main hurdles. I've done like dailies for like 3 or 4 month stretches, and like on my SoundCloud, because of that, I have like 15 or 16 hours worth of music posted, which is kind of insane. But I don't know. I just keep working on it. Somebody I know, I'm friends with, had asked about flipping something. So I think what I'll probably do is there's one of the dailies that I'll probably do a flip. Not challenge. I'm not looking to challenge any. I mean, you guys can do whatever you want if anybody's interested, but I'll probably post it up on either or on my Patreon or Discord, and see if people want to do a artwork and or track flip or just completely annihilate it. I'll put up the stems and the one shots I used. So yeah. So I don't know, there's like some stuff I might go through and actually revisit and try and like finalize or get in better shape, and then try and get like a album put together. I have more than enough content to put plenty of albums up if I wanted to, but yeah, for me it's mostly just trying to challenge myself and force myself to think of like new ways to approach things. So I'll be switching out instruments and I mean, last night at DiBiase's flip, the track I did was on the M8, and there's like a few folks asking like, hey, how'd you do this or do that? So I'll probably start doing like some M8 videos, or maybe I'll just do a breakdown of some of the tracks I've done to explain like what I've done or why I've done it. Because the M8 is like an amazing, it's an amazing instrument. So, hey, Area 51, what are you setting up for your studio? I've been doing the opposite. I've been tearing down my studio. I've gone through the last week about 6 different configurations because I've had in mind what I want to do. And it's, I've kind of come to the conclusion I just really want to probably get down to like 5 or 6 devices at a time at once. And figure out from there. So I'm not quite sure where the MPC is going to... I got desktop space so I can move stuff around because I've gotten rid of so much off of the desktop. So we'll see about where stuff lands, but let's save this. I don't know, what do you guys think? Faster or do you like it slower? Because I know I said I was going to start this doing something kind of chill. We can try and fill in some stuff here a little bit, but I usually don't go like this slow. Kind of digging it. Man, I can't believe 31. We'll name it Always Tomorrow. Yeah, I hope they bring over a lot of the advanced key group stuff over to the drum kits. There's like some really nice mod matrix stuff. I still think there's like some either what I'll call design flaws or strange design decisions, but I'm hoping they'll like come back and maybe there's some bugs they just need to work out. But I like, having been a long-term MPC user, some of the stuff I'm a little frustrated with, but I totally understand also being like a DAW user. Like there's things that the old MPCs do, and even like firmware 2, that are just baffling to new users, and it's not a great experience for new users to show up and be like, how come my track when I go render it out is broken and sounds terrible because it's not using any of the programs I did. And to explain it is such a pain in the butt, and it's very difficult to fix once you get yourself in that kind of a state. So I think that was something they learned from the Force was, simplify it down, make it, instead of being so flexible, make it consistent. So, I don't know. You got the MPC 37. That's a nice little device. When my Triton Studio was dead and I wasn't sure I could fix it, I was looking at getting possibly the keys, was it 61? Because my daughter practices piano a lot. And it had been broken for a while. The internal hard drive died, so it really was just a matter of taking the bottom panel off and enough screws to get in there to take out the hard drive. Works fine now, so save myself having to buy another instrument and then figure out how to junk, recycle, or otherwise sell a potentially busted Triton, but it was easy enough to fix. And because I could hear the click of death, you could hear the hard drive just going click, 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 click when you're trying to boot it. So I figured it was just getting hung on a boot cycle. And it turns out that the Triton Studio does not actually need an internal hard drive to work. But I have to figure out how I'm going to get the some of the parameter settings back. I think it lost power for long enough that it started losing some of the memory, which is a bummer. But I don't know. We get what we get. I guess this is like at the point. Let's just start figuring out. I think this is like a... All right, I did save it. The reason why I saved it now is I want to try doing... Let's just do like a A phrase, B phrase, C phrase. We'll go like A, B, B, A, C, C, A. And I want to check the mutes because I keep doing this and they're still messed the heck up. And I need to find a way I can recreate this easy enough that I can get a actual bug report to Akai and try and get it fixed, because it is like terrible. What the heck's going on here? I think, but I don't know that I haven't seen anybody else complaining about this. So either people aren't using it the way I am, or something. But I found if you use like the same sequence multiple times, it seems to cause a problem. But I also don't think anybody at Akai wants to watch through like an hour plus long video where I'm like, and now at the end of the video, it's busted and I don't know how I got here. But let's go. Let's get out of here. We go. What do we want? Let's get rid of just some of the. We'll get some of the drums. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, that's I think the organ. Did I pull it back too much? Actually, I'm okay with like that organ sound in there because it's pretty light. All right, that's gonna be our A track. Dupe that shape. Okay. Actually, I don't need to come off of this. Why is that muted? I don't know. The way some of this stuff works is weird to me, but let's go B. Keep strings out. Let's mute some stuff that... Well, we'll keep that little organ thing going. All right, then C. So we have these. Let's go... We'll have strings in C for sure. We'll mute... Let's mute the bass, maybe. In the choir. All right, so I'm going to save this again, but we're going to go... Oh, nuts. Too late. It's fine. I was going to save it as a -2, but not going to happen. All right. I suspect there's something that happens when I go record. So I said I was going to go A, B, B, A, C, C, A. Now, I'm going to stop this the whole way so we're out of it. Let's go back to main. I just want to go to mute and see if it's messed up our mutes yet. Because I suspect it has something to do with if you happen to have record on while you start it. I almost think it's taking those mutes and applying them through as it plays the track because you have record on, but that may be me making a completely wild guess. Let's see how this goes. I think Akai and Serato. Heck, Akai taking the Serato sampler might be cool. I haven't like gotten it, but I've seen it. It does look pretty cool. Yeah, I've never felt that the MPCs were like dedicated hip hop systems or anything. So like for me, I don't know, I will literally make just anything that comes to mind. I don't mind using it. It's a sampler at the end of the day, but I do agree, like they tend to market that way. So I don't know. I'm interested to see what they end up where they go for the next hardware. I'm one of those guys that'll usually use like 30 or 40 seconds of sample time for making a track. So it hasn't been until I was like, I'll play around with the plugins more that I'm like, oh my God, this is awful to work with plugins, but because you very quickly can run out of memory, and the new native instrument stuff does not help that. But what do I know? Hey, I'll be interested in seeing if they do like a MPC 64 and have like the Force layout. Um, Playing synths and stuff on the Force was quite fun. Yeah. Well, while I don't mind hanging out with folks in the MPC crowd, the hip hop MPC crowd, I guess I'll say I don't mind arguing with folks that it's just a sampler. But um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, you guys can tell me that I do just hip hop stuff, and then I'm happy to load up like drum and bass tracks or just weird ambient stuff I've done on it, and maybe I'm not seeing people argue me with me, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I get your point. Like, the thing that's just bothering me more is like the forums and like threads and stuff just getting more and more toxic just for any music gear in my mind. Maybe I'm just too old, but just a lot of weirdos showing up that complain about stuff and feel like their opinions are super important. So, um, yeah, I get you. Like a lot of folks, that's where you see it the most, for sure. So, and those are some of the folks that have like the strongest opinions about, I don't know, how the MPC filters or colors sound. I think some of the arguments are kind of ridiculous myself, but I mean, I also get it. Like if you need it to do something, that's whatever. I mean, I don't know. I've got like some of the. I got an S950 in the basement, S1000. I got the Z8. Like for all that, like for me, like growing up with and like using this stuff, it's always been about how do you make the sound clearer and sample better. It hasn't been like, and now you need to replicate like all these weird artifacts and stuff that they import. It's like fine, go grab like that stuff, but it just feels like a weird dragon to be chasing of I need this piece of gear so I can sound like some specific producer. And to your point, like a lot of them are hip hop producers. So, all right, this seems like it is functioning. I do want to do one thing to see if I end up. Do I? I don't. What time is it? How much more time do I have? And my seems like I'm dropping frames like crazy, which is too bad. Let's just go convert to sequence. I'm going to exclude muted tracks so it just doesn't bring over the events. And yeah, I'll take what you're saying about the hip hop spaces. Um, I'll take it as, I mean, it doesn't bother me. Like, I get what you're saying. I guess I, for whatever reason, feel like I'm outside of that space. I if it's if it's it's good music, I'm down with it. Like it doesn't have to be anything special. I mean, I've done like really cool tracks on just the PO33, which a lot of people laugh at, but all right, I don't know. Like, I feel like I could. There's something in here that we could add. I don't know if it's more percussion, or is this like just leave it? I mean, I can like maybe it's a leave it. Like I don't want to overthink this. Maybe it's just go to main out and see about adding like a few effects. See about like just tone it a little bit more. These strings are reminding me of another track that I made a while ago. I forget the name of it, but that Flavor Pro's doing too much work. radio's killing the low end. The vinyl's not upsetting me immediately, other than I feel like we lost a little bit too much of the high end. I don't think that's doing it. What's kind of like the distortion? Might be pitch. Picking up like a tiny bit of crackle that I just want filtered down a little bit. You're on the move again, Emmy. Stay calm. Let's go around 15, 9, 16. Let's try soft clipper. That's too much. Maybe. That's like a little much there. It sounds like just too distorted. Hey, the crazy wabbit. How you doing, man? Just doing like a kind of chilled out track today for my last January track. I'm just trying to, at this point, decide if the low end's a little much for that 808. Let's go. I mean, filter banks, like, maybe we want that off. I don't know. When you start getting into like non-Euclidean geometry and stuff, you can start making weird arguments about what's bigger or less than other things. So I get your point. I agree. 1 equals 1. Which SP are you looking at, Crazy Wabbit? Is it the Mark II, 404, 303? I don't know. Maybe it's like, it's done enough. All right. I'm just going to leave it. The next thing we need to do is see if we're going to hit the issue. We're just going to save the project. That's not a problem. We're going to see if we hit the export issue. Well, man, if you need help with the 404 Mark II, always feel free to reach out, drop a comment in any of the videos or send an email or something. Happy to try and help you out. Got the 404 sitting right here because I need, maybe I'll stream it and you guys can make fun of me for my goofy track that I think is the one that's going to get exported for if anybody wants to try and flip it, or the art. A tree is a tree. I have to agree with that. I understand language can be coded and change over time, but I'm pretty, at least for me, I know what a tree is. Yeah, I tend to go instrumental as well, but I don't mind putting vocals and stuff from time to time. I don't know. I just feel like just being like kind of the point of the music for me is the music, and I don't know. I don't have any extreme messages I need to get out for folks. Like, just chill out, have fun, create art, express yourself. And if it's that's cool if it's for somebody else, it's got vocals or whatever. But the TE mixer, I mostly really like it. It is absolutely tiny, but I can throw it in a backpack and a bunch of other like little tiny stuff and do some fun things with it. So um, I kind of wish it had a little bit more of a flexible bus structure for routing, but I mean, it's pretty decent. All right, we gotta go browser and see if it actually rendered, or do we have just blank audio? I don't understand why, like, half the time it will render nothing, and the other half of the time it actually renders, but at least that's good. Um, hmm. Well, because of how I have my file system set up here, I do have to shut this down so that I can get the contents off of the SD card, because some of the plugins and stuff are on it, so I can't eject the drive. But I'm just gonna shut down. I'll take the disk out. Um, is it worth the money? That is an excellent question, Martin. Um, I don't know. It if you have the very particular use case of you need a incredibly tiny and incredibly powerful mixer, I would say sure, it's worth the money. I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm not going to sell it. It's a piece of gear that is absolutely going to stick with me. Makes it much easier for me to, like, if I go on vacation and want to record some videos or something, I absolutely can just toss that into a backpack or whatever and use it. I've also got like a few extra things here, so I can, like, this is allowing me to do like all kinds of line microphone stuff through this white cable. So like you can turn on like a ducking effect. So if you guys aren't noticing, the effect is like if I have music playing, whatever's the main output coming out of the TX6 while I'm talking, it gets ducked under my voice. I turned that on and got it set up intentionally because I figured that way, like, I could be playing something and make sure that, like, if I'm talking about it, people can still hear over me. I've seen plenty of people that are streaming and they're talking and you can barely hear them because whatever they're playing is so super loud. Right, that's left. So we want to be here. I know and I actually, I've got the full one here. I've got the one that he made just for the OPZ as well. I think he said he might, over on OP forums, I think he said he might do some more. I think it was OP forums, but yeah, it's not like, certainly not. I probably shouldn't leave the MPC in a weird position like that. Let's move stuff around here. All right, get a little bit longer. I can kind of goof around here. So this track I did entirely on the SP404 Mark II. I want to say it was around the 15th or 14th. I don't know. I got to post it up on SoundCloud. And if I remember correctly, wait, did I plug into I plugged into line in because I'm a goofball. See, I don't have this thing fully memorized where everything is, but yeah. Anyway, I just recorded a bunch of one-shots and made a track. I don't even know that I used all these sounds. I forget what the bus settings were that I used for these. I think delay on these and maybe like a warm saturator when I did the track. Anyway, this is just what I threw together. So let's get the metronome off. I don't need the metronome. Or do I just have something that sounds like a metronome on it? Anyway, it's not like super complicated. I basically, as I said, just use those one shots and play this stuff. You're gonna hear there's like a few incorrectly timed drums that I didn't bother fixing. Just mostly because I was doing like a track a day, but just a bunch of 4-bar loops. I think it's one of these top 3 that has everything. So it's not perfect. It's not mixed entirely well. As I said, I was just kind of playing around with it, but I'll go through. I gotta figure out how I want to render all this stuff out as stems or loops. I'll post it up. So, I mean, this was mostly just me noodling around on the SP404 Mark II. Because, like, I haven't done it in a while. I think I streamed it. Can't remember. So you can hear, like, some of the drums there are a little whack. So, if I remember correctly, a lot of it was... I don't know, I hear the metronome. What the heck? Okay, there we go. It's off. So, like, I just kind of, like, made, like, layers, and then kind of, what I did, a lot of it was just copying out the sections I wanted. It's this one. Yeah, so that's probably like export this and then figure out what to do from there. But I definitely did have like this one where I changed up the drum pattern. As you can hear, I made a couple mistakes. Maybe it's this one. I don't know. There's like one in here. I'm like, that's bad. Yeah, let's see. Shift, import, export to SD card, multi-pad, I think is what we want. So like do this one, enter. I think that'll render out all the tracks. The question will be, do I just do this for every single one? I don't know. I gotta figure that out. And I don't, like, based on how this works, it's not going to get the effects that I would have had on it anyway. So, I guess it'll just have to be the, like, dry versions of all these. Hey, what's up, Animotion Music? How you doing? Just exporting samples or loops right now. Oh, forgot to grab my SD card here from the MPC so I can upload that stuff. Well, I got like a little bit of time. If anybody's got any questions, want me to answer, happy to try and answer stuff. If any of you are catching the really silly YouTube shorts, I had somebody reach out. I posted one YouTube short about 4 years ago, which was just my 2 dogs. One ran up and attacked the other, and I posted it before I started doing these in 5 or whatever videos, and it was like nobody cared. So I was like, okay, whatever. And I know like the meta, as it were, for YouTube has been post YouTube videos or YouTube shorts. I was like, I don't care. Anyway, yesterday somebody was like, "Hey, I need more Cavalier Spaniel dog videos as shorts in my life. Can you post more?" So I posted a few, and it is funny to see how many views they're getting and how many people are downvoting stuff as well. Because I'm sure they're like, "What is this? I want SP404 Mark II or other music videos," but I just find it entertaining because most of my videos, people will watch for, I don't know, 10%, 20% of the video and then bounce. And I've got more views on these silly dog videos. Two, maybe there's three posted now. I've got more views on them than a lot of the other stuff I posted, and they're like 150% view rate or something. So, which tells me people are watching it multiple times as well, and downvoting it, which I think is funny. But I have a strange sense of humor sometimes, so that's just me. If you want other videos in YouTube Shorts, you just let me know. Uh, in my opinion, what would be a good thing to start learning on the SP404 Mark II that would be an easy win to boost confidence and continuing to learn, learn how to sample, make a track, etc. I think it depends on like how much you depends on how much you want to dig into and what you want to go for direction, how much experience you have on other stuff. But I would say like just get comfortable sampling stuff. Like for this, oh, that was weird. I've never I'm in. Okay, for some reason it thought I was. That is a weird bug. So I did the multi-pad export, and it was basically playing as if I was triggering a pattern. Anyway, what else? Sorry, before I got distracted, crazy wabbit. I don't know, like just grab your phone or whatever with some soft synths, record in like some different percussion and synths and stuff, and just do like one shots. I would keep them as C because then if they're like all these are C notes, or they should be, maybe they're not. The reason why I did that is if you have a C note, I can do Shift Pad 4 to go into chromatic mode, and I can now play it chromatically and know that this is a C note. Better, if I push in the button here, I can go between scales, which is going to then light up whatever notes are in a scale that'll should sound good together. And if all of your one shots are in C, then you'll know that any note that you play across these will be in tune. If you hold roll and rotate, you can change what your root note is. So you can go from C all the way up to B, and you just push in the value knob to switch between, like if you want to be major, minor, Dorian, Phrygian, pentatonic major, pentatonic minor, or back to chromatic. Chromatic's basically like you can play all the notes. You can play them all that are lit up. So anyway, like I would just say like kind of like play around in that space, and beyond that, like just like turn on effects. You do want to be careful though, is if you go Shift Pad 16 under effects, I get a lot of people that still reach out and they're like, "Hey, like I get like this noise all the time on my system." They don't realize that they've got bus 3 and 4 turned on. Like this, right? They're like, if you exit out, like you'd have no idea that you have a very noisy cassette effect running. And they're like, people will be like, "How come I like this like cassette like noise? What's going on?" Well, it's just because once you turn your favorite on here under the EFX settings, which is controlling bus 3 and 4, it will just play all the time. So you just want to make sure it's probably on bypass a lot of times, or just know like having effects on can do all kinds of noisy stuff. But beyond that, about more serious shorts clips, I don't know. Like I don't really care to make a uh, second channel or anything. I do think I've had some folks reach out and they're like, you keep talking about doing artwork stuff, so can you start doing some artwork stuff? I maybe I'll take some of my like old playlists and stuff and do like some watercolor painting or do like like some mini stuff on how to do like different drawing techniques or something. See if people are interested. But um, yeah, the limited mute groups can be a little bit annoying. I find the envelope is barely sufficient, but I'm cool with it. Um, I don't know. I would say for what it is and where it came from the previous SP404, I think it's a great device. Um, After getting the P6, I'm like, there's stuff that it should do that that like the MPC can do like super easy that I wish it could do, but I don't know. Maybe they'll end up releasing a like new SP505 or 606 or something and add in more knobs and controls and a little bit more of a streamlined workflow. We'll see. But yeah, definitely keep it simple. Like I wouldn't like I would say the thing I get probably the most complaints about from people by and large is people start getting upset with how looping works and they don't want to learn how it actually works on the SP404 Mark II. It's not that complicated, but it's kind of annoying and requires you to do certain things. So I would say start with one shots, like for sure. Like kind of get into pattern mode because like once you get like patterns, you can export those patterns as loops and you can do like a lot of cool stuff with it. But yeah, like the the kind of the more playful stuff that you'll want to do can also be more frustrating. So I'd say start with something where it's easier that if you make a mistake, you don't have to like stress yourself out about it and be like, oh, I ruined everything. Besides that, it's like if you get like I've got this here right here. Like I don't have any. Oh, I get the rendered tracks. So um, I just like resampled to get these. It was anyway, so I resampled these, but let's say I'm like, I want to go do some work on this track and I want to do something different. I don't want to lose it. It's not that hard where you just go shift subpad to get into your projects and you just go copy the project to another one. You can go edit it and go make some more changes and not have to worry about like, am I going to make a mistake? So I'd say like the SP404 Mark II is pretty good about like saving every little tiny thing that you do as you're doing it, especially like as you're talking about patterns and sample changes. And it's like not that hard to just move to another project if you want to work on some things. So, um, yeah, definitely like just check it out and have fun. Yeah, the limited mute groups can be a little bit annoying because you can only have what is it like if you go in here, you can have 16 pads in a mute group. It's okay, but if you happen to need more than 16, which often happens if you're trying to chop something that's more than 16 chops, it becomes annoying. Um, there's like something else that like I usually am like irritated by when I get there. It's not coming to me right now. Uh, Actually, no. The one thing that's probably the most egregious to me is we don't have a good VU to see how loud stuff is to be able to mix it. So you really are stuck either doing it by ear or you need an external device that you can like hook things up. That said, this device is like a Swiss Army knife. You can hook up just about anything to it, and maybe it's not perfect, but like if you need a mixer, well, you've got two line ins, you've got your mic and guitar in on the front, and you've got USB as well. Plus, you can record whatever you want to pads. So like, it will um, it will do some like pretty cool stuff for you. Um, and like, if you just have a phone, like you just need a USB cable, maybe an adapter, or hook it up to your iPad or tablet, and you have all of a sudden a ton of effects and stuff you can sample from. So I'd say like, don't be afraid to just try things and experiment with it. Yeah, a Lupo marker would be nice. I kind of would like a proper ADSR envelope. I also actually this is the one. we the envelope here is tied to the length of a sample, so you can't really load up a single cycle waveform and play it as a synthesizer on the SP404 Mark II. I wish that you could, and there's like hacks and workarounds that you can do on a few things, but not being able to do that is kind of a bummer because like there's a lot of really good single cycle or very short things that you can do, but as soon as you are working at such a small amount of sample time, the SP404 Mark II gets kind of weird. I don't know. I think there's also plenty of stuff to love about it and work with on it. So, I mean, I wouldn't have made over 900 videos on it if it wasn't at least interesting to me. So,